I think we're camping at a place called Cleaverville on the coast between Karratha and Roebourne, I think it is. Just coming into Cleaverville campground. You have to book online here. It's a little bit hit and miss while you're looking for your site. There's roads going all over the place, and only until you get to the site do you see a number. Well, we lucked it with this site. We actually rolled up and booked it when we arrived online. Site number 15, Cleaverville Beach. Beautiful spot. Well, here we are down on Cleaverville Beach. It's desert pea everywhere. We've got a burgundy button on them, and these ones, oh, they're burgundy too. $16 a night. Book online. There's some dunnies here, but you've got to make your way to them. They're not close to not to our campsite anyway. And views like this, pretty good. Are you walking behind me again?
Yep.
Where are you? It's amazing what all this coral stuck in the rock. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Even at the edges here.
Bit rocky, but there's a sandy beach further along there. I think that's where Michelle's heading. Perfect opportunity to get all that red dust off our thongs and our feet. Bit disappointed we've actually got a booking in Karratha now, because we could have stayed here for a couple of nights, or 2 or 3 even. But we'll have to keep this one in mind. This is a really nice spot. Fire pit there if we want to use it, but we probably won't. Like I said, it's just an overnighter for us. I think I might put the drone up, have a little look. What a beautiful morning. A little bit gusty through the night, last night, at Cleaverville Beach Camp. We're going to be leaving this morning and heading down to Karratha. We've got 3 days down there, do a stock up and catch up on some washing and things like that. That's clothes washing, not people washing. We do wash occasionally. Michelle's just doing the final packing up things, putting the step away and locking the door. Anyway, goodbye Cleaverville. Well, we moved a little bit north and we come up through Roebourne to Point Samson. Just looking for a coffee really, that was the only reason we come here. We couldn't get in here, the place is booked out. We have stayed here before. It's a nice spot, very quiet. And that's the tavern beside the caravan park there. Have a good lunch there. Especially fish and chips if you like that. Michelle's taken off and left me again. Well, we thought we'd just come down here and check the place out before we head back down to Karratha, where we booked in through the caravan park there for a few days, just to do some washing and shopping and fill the water tanks and that sort of stuff. Been off grid for a little while now. Between Point Samson and Cossack, there's the town of Wickham, which we're at right now. Michelle's climbing on the train.
All aboard!
Oh god, here we go. Can you make that out? Just a bit more this way. We're up at the tank lookout over Wickham. I just hope there's somewhere up here we can turn around because we've got the van on the back. Ah, yeah, look at that. The town of Wickham. See all the ships out there in the harbour.
Yeah.
Apparently around here somewhere, just on the, there it is, on the road into Cossack, is the Red Dog Memorial. There's no signage for this, but it does appear on our Explorers maps, and I think it's also on Google Maps. That was Google Maps, not Giggle Maps. This is the Red Dog Memorial, and apparently he's buried somewhere in this area. So, and we'll be dropping into Dampier later on to see the Red Dog statue that's there as well. Red Dog, born at Parabadoo, died in Roebourne on the 22nd of November 1979. Roamed the Pilbara and beyond. Buried in this vicinity. Erected on behalf of his many friends by a mate who took him for his last ride. And it's pretty sparse out here. But on the way back out of here, we'll probably pull into Cossack and check that out. The historic town of Cossack. It's very quiet here today. Beautiful day too. Every day's a beautiful day. Galbraith store. Advertised as being merchants, shipping stock, mining and general commission agents. So it would have been a busy old town back in the day. And there's the lookout up on the hill there behind this building as well. One of the main drags in town, if you can call it that. It's been really nicely restored too. I mean, I was here very early 80s and some of these buildings were still in ruin, but they've done a really good job here. It's beautiful. I think that's the old, is this the old courthouse? Yeah. Oh really? Oh, I was counting on getting into that one. What day is it? It's a Friday. I'm surprised they're not open. It is before lunch, so maybe it opens after lunch. Well, that's a bummer. She's closed. Used to be a cafe in here as well. I think that's a pub, is it? And this looks like it's some sort of lockup. Police quarters. Well, there's the ship that this place is named after. The HMAS Cossack. Interesting, 1871. It's really not that long ago, is it? Cossack Jail. Restored by Hammersley Iron. And Dampier Salt. In 1990. I'll come and visit you, I promise. This building here was Custom House and a bond store. Well, that's about it for Cossack. We were hoping to get some lunch here. There used to be a cafe but in the courthouse, but it hasn't been open for a long time by the look of things. There's a lookout. We'll head up and have a look at that over the town. Otherwise, we're booked in at Karratha for the next 3 days. So we've got to get down there. It's not even lunchtime yet, so we've got a bit of time. We're up at Reader Head Lookout. The name Reader Head was first recorded in Exploration Plan number 6. Doesn't give me a year, 1863. There you go. Looking out over towards Jarman Island and the lighthouse that we saw photos of in the jail. What do you say we head back to Wickham, see if we can find a nice cafe for some lunch?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Well, good morning. We're actually in Dampier at the moment, and we've come down to the Red Dog memorial, I suppose it is. After seeing the gravesite up at Cossack, we thought we should come down and see this as well. Red Dog, the Pilbara Wanderer. He died on November the 21st in 1979. And like I said, we were at his, or very close to his gravesite where he was buried at Cossack. There's a memorial down there as well, but it's very hard to find because there's no signs or anything. No, we're not getting a dog. Not yet. We've got one at home. It is believed that Red Dog was born in Paraburdoo in 1971. And was first owned by Col Cummins, who named him Tally Ho. There's a lookout at Dampier. There seems to be Red Dog memorials everywhere. It is a Sunday, everything's shut. We came into Dampier looking for somewhere to get some lunch. Ended up at the Hullabaloo Cafe. That was alright, nice taste of sangers and a coffee. What can you see?
Water.
Water. Yeah, so can I. And I don't need a telescope. There's not much you're allowed access to around the Burrup Peninsula and Dampier industrial area. But this is Hearson Cove. Looks like a nice spot. Although the tide is out at the moment. I think when the tide was in it wouldn't be too bad. I don't know, you can drive around the beach over there. And this is the town of Karratha. from the lookout just behind town, and we're just looking out towards the Burrup Peninsula there. G'day! Well, we left Karratha this morning, drove a few hundred kilometres south, and we're at Onslow. So we pulled in here for a couple of days. We've got ourselves a spot in the caravan park. Clouds moved in on us though. Where's the blue skies gone?
Yeah. It's not going to rain.
No, well, it's not forecast to rain, no. But it has clouded over on us. Looks a bit stormy over there in the distance, doesn't it?
Nah, should be good.
Could be. Over there. Oh, those clouds.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tide's out a little bit. We might come back when the tide's in. It might look nicer. Oh, look out, the sun's coming out. This is a memorial to two ships, the Lady Pamela and the Harmony, that were lost. These were lost off Onslow during Cyclone Bobby in February '95, and they lost 7 crew members. Morning. We've come out to Old Onslow. We're currently staying at the new Onslow and just having a look around at the remains of the old town that used to be here. That was actually moved from here up to its current site in 1925 because the river silted up and it was not useful for shipping. So these all would have been buried here while the town was still at this location up until 1925. A little further around there's some remains of some old buildings and that. We'll go and have a look at that. I'm not sure. I think from what I read that most of the buildings were moved to the new site. So there's not a real lot remaining. There are some street signs around and things like that. See the gas plant in the distance there. And this must have been the dump for all the bottles. The big shift, the town of Onslow moves 20 miles away to Beedon, 1925. Interesting to see the glass embedded in the concrete along the top of that wall there. A little bit of extra security. So this was a jail, was it?
Yeah,
Police complex. You can see that glass along the top, see that?
Yeah.
I suppose there's plenty of that around. There was all heaps of it down at the bottle dump. And shells in the mortar mix. Can you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's all we have for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and leave us a comment if you want, and we'll get back to you. And we'll catch you in the next episode. Stay safe out there. Bye for now.